So, we are back with the bottom screen. Since I managed to pull off the secret tech, I won't be hiding anything anymore. And thank you for your comments saying whether I should keep the bottom screen or not when I start with a new team. Quite mixed responses, but slightly in favour of hiding. So, I don't know. We'll see when it comes around to the next one. Maybe do another test. And unfortunately, the ratings have reset, so we are back to the 1500s, and I do not have time in the next 2 weeks to ladder, so we will be facing the low ladder at this point. After January, I should be able to ladder properly. I'll be able to stream as well, so that would be really nice. So even though we're quite low, he's got a very standard looking team. Still going to be using my Leipzig regional 14th place team, which I threw together around this Tapu Koko, which if you haven't seen the last episode, go and watch that now, because it's a very nice Tapu Koko. So, could lead with my Incineroar for the fake out, but then he's got his Lele. Because I do want to stop his Tailwind from Pelipper, or I can just match it with my own Murkrow actually. The problem is, because of his Lele, it stops the Feather Dances and Quashes, so that's not so good. I don't want to lead with Kartana in case he leads with Arcanine straight away. Because I could lead Kartana my low tick, actually. In fact, I think that's better. Because if he leads with Arcanine, then my low tick gets its boost, and if he doesn't lead with Arcanine, then Kartana looks really good. I'm going to go with Koko. I think I want Goodra here. So that should be fine. So the way I'm hoping to play this is to get either his Kartana or Garchomp in a position so that I can use my Tapu Koko against it. That's the plan, anyway. Because those are the two things that I saw that I can just OHKO with it. So it's going to be interesting to see what it leads. Hopefully, well, I don't know whether it's hopefully Arcanine or not. Arcanine is fine either way. Or Arcanine or not is fine. But it's going to be Pelipper Kartana, so that's not the best. Because now he gets his Tailwinds, he threatens my Milotic. I can survive a Leaf Blade unless he's a boosting item. But I am threatened now. Can knock out his Kartana straight away if I want. But I don't know if I want to. So I can switch into my Tapu Koko. And I definitely live a Leaf Blade without a crit. But then it's got that increased crit chance. Probably not the most optimal lead. Murkrow would have been a lot better. But then I just wanted to make sure of the Arcanine. I think I just want the Kartana gone actually. So I'm going to double into it. I will live with my low tick unless he's a boosting item. Or Adamant as well. That should be able to get me. But fully expecting a Tailwind from his Pelipper. So that doesn't tell me the item at all. It's going to be Leaf Blade. I should live without a crit. Was that not a crit? So maybe that's an Adamant Kartana, which is quite unfortunate. So he's going to get his Beast Boost and he's going to get his Tailwind. That's really, really bad. But I can just bring in my Goodra, which I'm going to do. And I can protect my Kartana and Flamethrower knock out his Kartana. He can't do much with my Goodra. Hopefully he Sacred Swords into Kartana. That's what I'm banking on anyway. If he Smart Strikes into Goodra, then that's going to be very bad. But priority is knocking out the Kartana now. After a very poor turn 1. I definitely should have led Murkrow. So I need a Sacred Sword into this Kartana and not a Smart Strike into Goodra. Nice. That's fine. Because Pelipper can't do much. Worst case, oh okay, it's got Ice Beam. That's still not going to do much. So I am Assault Vest. Yeah, that did nothing. So Flamethrower is going to knock out Kartana, and that's a huge threat gone, which is really nice. And we've got 2 more turns of Tailwind. Goodra doesn't really care about the Tailwinds, but Kartana does. But I would have to switch out to Koko now, or just let Kartana take an attack, which isn't ideal, but it's what we've got at the moment. Be interesting to see what he brings in against this, because he had, what, Lele? Milotic is gone now, so if he does have Arcanine in the back, that's going to be very good for him. Now he should just double up into Kartana here, but I'm hoping he just sees a super effective Moonblast on my Goodra and goes for it. So if my Kartana isn't double targeted this turn and he's not a Scarf Lele, then I'll be able to survive through the Tailwind. If If not, then that's going to be very bad. But I'm going to Sludge Bomb to potentially break a sash on the Pelipper in preparation for my Coco in the back. Because Coco will definitely not be in Tailwinds, because I can just protect. So I am hoping for Moonblast on Scoodra. Could hope, well, you could expect that I'm a Assault Vest and a double target wouldn't knock out. Okay, it's going to be Psychic onto Kartana. Is it going to be a double up? Because that would not be ideal. Hurricane onto Kartana, isn't it? Nope, onto Goodra. Perfect. No confusion? Confusion, but Kartana makes it through. And we'll knock out this Lily unless it's like super bulky. Yeah, it should go down. It does. So that's very nice. And am I going to get the Sludge Bomb off onto the Pelipper? Confusion has been nerfed to only a third chance. And it would be very nice to break his sash. Which we do. Can we get a poison? We're not going to get a poison. Told you. But now we've got one more turn of Tailwind. I can just protect with my Kartana. It's going to be Garchomp, so this is ideal. Because now I can just protect my Kartana. If he Dragon Claws into my Goodra, then that's fine. If he Z-Tectonic Rages, that's the worst case. But I'm going to protect my Kartana and attempt to go, because this is the last turn of Tailwind. I'm just going to double check because you can. Okay, no. Tailwind's gone apparently. Did he even Tailwind? He did Tailwind, didn't he? Or is there just too many things there? What if I click on Kartana? No. Did I just miscount? Because he Ice Beamed... He Ice Beamed and Hurricaned, but I don't recall him doing anything else, but I'm going to go for Draco onto Garchomp. I swear he should have one more turn of Tailwind. Here's the Tectonic Rage, but that's fine. If it's onto Kartana, and pick up the KO, that would be the most ideal now. Because he would have surely Dragon Clawed the Goodra, although not many Garchomps carry Dragon Claw anymore. So, it's going to be onto Goodra. That's fine. Unless he is able to get out Tailwind. I wouldn't expect him to, because surely I didn't miscount. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Because now I can knock out... No, I can't knock out... Well, if I knock out his Pelipper, then he will just Earthquake and win. No, this is fine. I was thinking the wrong way around. I was going to Wild Charge the Pelipper, but that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is definitely to Leaf Blade the Pelipper and protect Coco for now. And now that you can see my moves, you will know what's coming. So you should have gone and watched the previous episode, see, this was a surprise as to how I'm going to win. I'm going to steal this. If I had like a Twinkle Tackle on Coco, then I would still have it, but this is way more stylish. Because the Leaf Blade should knock out that Pelipper. And he should definitely, he is 100% Earthquaking here. It's only goes bad now if he protects his Pelipper, which he doesn't. This should knock out. Nice. He wasn't a Scarf Chomp either, because he's shown the Tectonic Rage. So this should be fine, because he's going to Earthquake. It's going to Poison Jab. That wasn't part of the plan. We still should be fine, because now we can switch to the other mode, and go for Leaf Blade, and we are going to go for the Supersonic Sky Strike. Lovely alliteration there. With the +1 boost from the Leaf Blade, this should knock out. Because this isn't stab or anything, but it's going to do, what, 50% to the Garchomp, I'm expecting. But very strange he didn't go for Earthquake there. Because he definitely has it, he's shown Tectonic Rage, so I had no idea why he didn't go for Earthquake. Because we would have been able to Z-Mirror move it and just knock him out in one. But now the Leaf Blade plus this Supersonic Sky Strike should knock him out. That does 60%, okay, that's fair. So Leaf Blade will KO him. And we're going to take the first game. So it looked very shaky from turn 1, but we managed to maneuver ourselves into a position where the stylish Coco came through. A Dazzling Gleam would have been fine in that situation, but I don't know, I think this Coco has a lot of potential. And Coco has so many sets it can actually use. I've looked into Coco and there's like 5 different sets I want to try, but this was the main one because of the specific calcs like Garchomp being KO'd in 1 to Z Tectonic Rage, Marowak's being KO'd to Z Shadow Bones and Boomerangs, and well, you don't really see Marowaks that much anymore, do you? But those are the 2 main ones. You get some Kartanas with Sacred Sword, all-out pummeling as well, as you would have seen yesterday, or a few days ago if it's in the future for you. But still going to be at the low ladder for a little while, where maybe Mirror Move Weight might be even more useful. I don't know whether it's going to be better against the lower or higher ladder, because it is what people would consider it a gimmick at this point, but I really don't think it's a gimmick. It's really strong. Because of the +2 boost you get to attack, even if you fail a Mirror Move, then you still have +2 attack. So, another guy in the low 1500s with a Trick Room team, with Ninetales and Garchomp, so there is a fast mode, but you still should be fine. He doesn't have any Intimidate, and Milotic can only really Ice Beam the Garchomp and to an extent the Dramper, but that would just give him a Berserk boost. So I don't think I want Milotic here. Tempted with Goodra and Incineroar. With Kartana and Coco. That would go wrong if I lose my Incineroar too early. Because then he can get out Trick Room with his Porygon. Should I bring Murkrow just as insurance against Trick Room? Or is Incineroar going to be enough? Let's go with yes. It should be fine. Because as soon as we stop Trick Room, the momentum swings way in our favour anyway. Which would be very nice. You can see us getting into a speed tie dilemma with Ninetales and Kartana though. If we manage to stop Trick Room, or even if we don't stop Trick Room, it's still a speed tie. It's just it would be the other way around as if it wasn't Trick Room, so... But it's still a 50-50. That's just me rambling while we're waiting for the Pokemon to come out. Just an interesting thought that in Trick Room the speed tie is the other way, even though it's exactly the same. So you're going to see Garchomp and Muck. Now, if I was higher on the ladder, I think I would fake out the Muck. Because, like, surely you protect the Garchomp from the fake out Draco. But I can't really punish a protect, which is the awkward thing. So I've got Kartana and Coco, don't I? I think I'm going to go with this play because I'm quite low on the ladder. And people tend to attack on the low ladder. Okay, that's fine. We'll get it the right way around. We're going to get the fake out onto the Garchomp. It's probably going for Protect Earthquake there. So that's going to work out nicely for us. We are going to take a fair amount of damage with Incineroar with the Rough Skin and the Life Orb. And the Rocky Helmet, apparently. But the Garchomp will go down if we connect our Draco. Which we do connect. So that's, yeah, if we'd have missed, that would have put us in a really bad position. But this is very good for us. Took more damage on the Incineroar than I would have liked. Because we could potentially be in a Poison Jab plus Poison range. How much HP were we left on? We're going to have to wait a few seconds to see. But what else did he have? He had his... Oh, yeah, there's the Ninetales. Now, we're not in Blizzard range. Definitely not with Goodra either. Like, Goodra might take less than Incineroar. It won't, but it's super bulky. Because I have gone with a Calm Goodra as opposed to Modest, so I have amazing special defense. So let's see what he had. Dramper, Celesteela, and Porygon. I do need to... No, I don't need to save Incineroar for the Celesteela because I do have Tapu Koko. So I think I'm going to guarantee the KO onto this Ninetales without any freezes. And if he protects, that's even better. He doesn't, so he is going to get a Blizzard off. Or an Aurora Veil or whatever he's going to go for, but now we do get 2 KOs in 2 turns, which is very nice. As long as there's no freeze on Incineroar. I wouldn't really care if there's a freeze on Goodra now. But we are going to see a freeze on Incineroar. Oh yeah, but we're going for Flare Blitz, so we're going to Thaw ourselves. So it made no difference, did it? So Ninetales is going to go down. So that was a guaranteed KO on the Ninetales purely because of the Flare Blitz thawing mechanic. I didn't think about that until the Blizzard actually happens, but that works out nicely for us. We're going to survive the Recall and the Life Orb and potentially Hail. I don't think so. Definitely not that knockoff coming, but Incineroar did its job. He's got potentially Porygon or Celesteela or Drampa. So what would be the worst for us? Porygon would, because then he gets out of Trick Room. I think Kartana is better here, because then we can focus on the Muck until it goes down. Yeah, I did expect Celesteela, because you'd have led with Porygon if you were going with the Trick Room mode. You wouldn't have left Porygon in the back like that. So Kartana was the correct call, because now we can focus down on this Muck and then just KO the Celesteela whenever we want with Tapu Koko. So I'm going to go for a Smart Strike onto the Muck, and I'm going to feint the Muck, because I want to definitely get this damage off. He could have Flamethrower with the Celesteela. That wouldn't be the best, but then that still this will put the Muck in range of a Wild Charge. Well, it should do. Although it's actually going to activate his Figgy Berry, isn't it? Okay, that did way less than I expected. But he is not going to know about the Sap Sipper, which is ideal for us. And he is going to knock off the Focus Sash, so that's fine. But that means no Flamethrower this turn from the Celesteela. Did we get Intimidated? Because that did a lot less than I thought it would. But we just brought the Kartana in, so maybe he's superly specially defensive. And the Hail is actually going to activate his Berry, which is unfortunate. But again, we can just safely feint and Smart Strike, and it guarantees that it puts it into Wild Charge KO range. So that's what I'm going for. I'm going for the guaranteeds now. I could go for Dracos or even Flamethrower onto the Celesteela, but I am -2. That won't be doing much. I want to guarantee that the Muck is in range, because my Tapu Koko will be able to 1v1 that Celesteela without anything crazy like a Z-Tectonic Rage. So this is nice. Again, that Smart Strike not doing as much as I thought it would. We're still not going to see Flamethrower, so he almost certainly doesn't have it. And Heavy Slam is enough to knock us out, not even with the crit. That's probably a very offensive Celesteela. So we're going to see an attack boost. Yep, we are. And I'm not in knockoff range. I'm not in a knockoff or hail range unless he crits. So that's very nice. And we take 8 damage, so he can only take one more round of hail with Kartana. But this is fine, because we can now just go for Smart Strike and Wild Charge onto the Celesteela, and we will win the game. So this is nice. We don't get to mirror move this time, but we did show the dual mode with the Tapu Koko, having Brave Bird as well. Brave Bird guarantees the KO onto Tapu Bulus if you go for Supersonic Sky Strike. I like saying Supersonic Sky Strike, even though I fall over my words occasionally because of the alliteration. But this is a guaranteed double kill. He's going to protect, I guess, to KO the Kartana. He should double protect here for the potential win, yeah, so he's going to double. Well, he should go for the double. If we have one more HP on Kartana, then the odds were even more in our favour, but this is fine. If he gets the double, then I'm going to Wild Charge the Muck before the Celesteela. Although he is actually at +1 from the Heavy Slam, so he could, like, I don't know, that might knock us out. How many turns of hail are left? Because I might need to double protect to knock out his moment. Yeah, the hail's going to end. So if he gets the double is also very fun to say. But I'm going to go for Wild Charge and Smart Strike. Is he going to get the double? No double. That was his win condition, because now the Celesteela is going to get KO'd, and then the Muck will get KO'd, and we win the match. So that's very nice. So that's a reasonable amount of recoil. We'll be able to KO 3 Celesteelas with that, which is nice. But that's going to finish off the Muck. Here's a shame that we are going to be stuck at the low ladder for a couple of weeks, but there we go. We'll get to show off our techs even more smoothly, theoretically, although we could come up against some surprise moves, like I usually run. But there we go. That was the second episode. I do have exams in the next couple of days. I've got one in 2 days and one the day after that, so I will be revising. I may cut it down to 1 game per episode, just because I am running out of time for the exams. But I did find some spare time after this, because I did have an exam today, and I needed to relax after it, so did a normal episode. But we'll see. It depends how much time I have for the future, but thanks for watching.